All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about or continue on with how to organize categorical data, and we're going to do that by creating visuals such as um, like a chart. So we're going to look at two different types of charts today. One of them you're going to create and put on your project. The other one is just we're going to show how to do that in spreadsheets. So yesterday we organized our data into a frequency table. Today we're going to create a visual to represent our organized data by creating a bar chart. Bar charts are graphs or graphical representations that allow us to visualize and organize data easily, and these visualizations often help us to quickly assess and compare the relative sizes for different categories. So bar graphs, you've seen them before. They represent categorical data using bars where the length of each bar reflects the frequency or relative frequency. For the purpose of today, we're just going to focus on the frequencies and so on and so forth. So if I use my same example that I've been doing, like what is your favorite color? I'm going to let my x-axis on a bar graph always be my variable that I'm talking about, and my y-axis is going to be my frequency, how many of each type of those variables I have. So we do need to make sure that we label these as we go through and we talk about how to do this. So if this is my frequency table from yesterday, then I'm going to start by creating and labeling an x and y axis. And so my x-axis is just my colors, and I'm going to label all of them down there. The y-axis is how many of each one of those colors, and we can kind of scale these accordingly depending on what our data looks like. So at the bottom on the x-axis, I'm going to go ahead and put, it doesn't matter what order we have these in, put them in any order. I just put them in order of my frequency table. And then how I label my y-axis, I'm just going to look at the highest number that I have, and which is 9. And I'll probably make my frequency table go by 1s all the way up to 10. I don't remember what I did. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there they go. And then it's just a matter of drawing a bar all the way up until however many that we had of those different categories. So green, I had 5. So I'm going to start by drawing a bar up there all the way to 5. 4, I had 4 blacks, and so on and so forth. And then we get something that looks like this. So once again, another type of visualization to represent this, which is often it stands out to us a little more when we see this visual rather than looking at those tiny little numbers and saying, oh yeah, blue's the most, white and yellow were the least. We can see this really quickly this way. So in your notes, you're going to be creating a bar graph of your frequency table underneath example 3. So you need to be sure to label your X and Y axis like I've shown you in my example. I do not know why I have this same screen up here. And then I'm not going to have y'all create this, but pie charts are also a way to visualize data. A pie chart represents categorical data as the slices on a circle, and each slice corresponds to the relative frequency of a category. So these go along with exactly the information that I had up. And we'll talk about how to create these in Google Sheets later. So when you finish with your bar chart and your notes, you or your partner need to bring it to me so I can see if it looks correct before you transfer it onto your poster. Remember, this first thing that we have, where we're taking kind of like it's in slow little chunks, this is a grade, and it's going to be on a poster, and this is the other part that's going to go onto your graph. So this will need to take up like a good area, like of your page, like almost half your page or something like that, and your frequency table should take up another half. And then we're going to add a few more things to that, so we don't want to like take up all the space. And use colors, make it look nice and neat. Use rulers to make your bars straight, and your bars should not touch. So like my bars that I showed you in my example, they did not touch. And that's all we have for today.